What's going on, Solid Steppers? What's up, Tech the Titans? This is Miss Ward coming to you. Right now, I'm headed I-10 West. I'm actually headed out to Dothan, Alabama. I was in Panama City early, took care of some customers, had to bounce back over to the Funny Springs area. Now I'm headed up to Dothan, Alabama. Beautiful thing about being in the Panhandle is that, you bounce through all kinds of states. From where I am, I can hit Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and Mississippi. And if I really felt frisky, I can take my butt all the way over to Louisiana, because it's really interesting over here. It's a different world. But enough about that. What we want to talk about real quick, we want to talk about you. I see a lot of people that hang around people who limit their abilities. And I ain't going to say people, because it ultimately comes down to you. You stay in circles that, number one, don't serve you. They have no vision, and all they know is that everyday thing. Like, for instance, I have friends in all kind of arenas. I have friends who are multimillionaires. I have friends who are in real estate. I have friends who are in medical. I have friends in IT. And wherever my friends are, they all getting it, because we believe in one word: get your ass up and go get it. Why am I saying this? I'm having this conversation because a lot of people that I know personally, and I'm going to just talk about appliance repair and automotive, those are the areas I know, they are so gifted. They don't understand that they have transferable skills. As the market changes, as the world changes, you should be taking your skills to where you can be compensated properly. I'm telling you, like, I got a friend right now. For the last 2 years, she's been on my butt to transition all the way into IT. I can go to data center side, data center commissioning. I can go into space technology. I can go basically anywhere. I can go into the energy side because I have a blue collar skill. And then I'm intelligent. I understand how to manage projects, all the above. And I've managed people. The reality is, if you don't have friends and people in your circle who remind you of how multifaceted your ass is, you're going to stay stuck. I know people right now, just their name will get people to sign up to be taught by them. I'm telling you, you know who I'm talking to. Y'all know who y'all are. But what I'm trying to explain to you, a lot of times our fear, the places we came from, what we're comfortable with, and y'all that came from the hood, I know you know this. Sometimes you gotta leave where you at to go get what you need. And that's for anybody. Most people stay in these small towns. Like, when I was very young, I got the hell on. I got the hell on earlier because I love my family, I love my surrounding, but I knew it was much more in the world. And luckily I had such a strong compass internally. I had no fear. It was nothing for me to get on the road, not even know where the hell I'm going, and drive. I was that chick. Because at the end of the day, I knew that no matter where I ended up, God would provide. See, that's when your faith come in. A lot of people, I see their abilities, but then they look at their responsibilities and say, I can't do it. The reality is, if you buckle down and stack your paper and stop fluctuating, a lot of y'all just whimsical as hell. You can't make a decision, stick to it long enough. You can't stay on a diet. You can't keep reading this book and learn something. You can't stay in this system. You can't complete these programs. Can't. Let me explain something to you. We're in a world that eventually it's going to be a point where you ain't going to have no choice. All the stuff you woulda, coulda did and had the freedoms to do that, and then had the entire world is your oyster opportunity, you lost it. You lost it because you're a slug. Own it. I'm a slug. Just say it together now. I'm a slug. Because if you're not moving forward, particularly being in America, I don't care how much drama we got going on. I don't care about the right, the left, the middle, whatever. What I care about is the fact you still have opportunity to not only carve out a space for you, but for generations to come. And you owe it to them because the people before you didn't have the opportunities you have. And that's a real conversation. See, that's what we call grown folks talking. Eventually, you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to rise above the BS all day long. If you want something, you got to go get it. And then you got to realize that at the all meant to win, and we can win together. You know, a lot of this, you know, people in their feelings about X, Y, and Z. Let me explain something to you. What you need to do is pray about it and give it to God, if you know what I know. Because a distraction is a distraction. Me and one of my roundtable members was having this conversation. In fact, we have really been having it all weekend, maybe even all week, about the level of distractions that occur on the American horizon. Like, that it's sad that that your IQ is so low and that you're so sensitive that if something happens, you done rearrange your whole life over an incident, you feel me, that was done to do that. You know, people will believe whatever's projected their way, and it's unfortunate because we all emotional. We all feel the pain of our fellow brothers and sisters, and we don't want to see nobody be hurt or go through nothing. I mean, people who still got a heart. Now, we got a lot of people out here, they eyes straight black. They ain't even got a soul. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about those, if things happen that don't seem right and fair, you should be convicted to not only get your life together, but use the opportunities you have in front of you, because as we learn, some people don't get up the next day. Some people go to work and think everything gonna be good and never make it home. That in itself should encourage you to stop wasting your talent, wasting your abilities and opportunities. And you know, some of y'all gonna sit here, get caught up in the headlines and don't have shit to show for it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like if people do things and things happen, why would you let that happen in vain? The way you show tribute to anybody and anything you believe in is by your actions and the way you conduct yourself and handle yourself. That's how I see it. You know, who am I? I'm just Miss Ward, but who else gonna give it to you real and raw? The reality is I want everybody to win, but I know I can't do it for you. I'm too busy trying to do it for my damn self. And that's why I can have these conversations. At some point, you're gonna have to shut up and put up. You're going to have to get down there and study. You're going to have to take that time, because it's just like going to the gym. I know I got to be on that damn Stairmaster. I hate it. I know I got to get on that treadmill and put it straight up in the sky at 15, you know, at 3 miles an hour, 3.1, and make sure that my heart and, you know, get my stamina up and things of that nature. Because in order for me to have a long life, I know what I got to do. I know that I'm going to have to make sure I'm eating as clean as possible, and I'm eating whole foods, and that I'm staying hydrated with the proper substances and proper beverages, that I drink enough water, that I get my coconut water, that I get my H3O, not H2O. At the end of the day, that I take my sea moss, my black seed oil. You feel me? Y'all out here playing, out here getting my Moringa, my maca, everything, that Burdock root, clothes, all that stuff, because I know, I've been living long enough to know what works for me. Now, it may not work for you, but I'm just telling you what I do. I know I got to check my credit report, not monthly, but every week. Every week. I need to stay, as an adult, it's certain things you got to do. I know I got to watch my investments, whether it be crypto, stocks, or what have you. I know that I am at a point in my life that I got to have money in all assets that I can, investable assets that I can afford to invest in. See, some things I just put money in that I can lose. That way I don't stress, because I'm that invested. See, I know my limits. But at the end of the day, what you're going to have to understand is that everything in front of you is an opportunity. The key is, what are you going to do with your opportunities? What you going to do with your opportunities? You going to sit on there and do nothing? I see it all the time, man. At the end of the day, you have to choose you. And I feel if you choose you, you realize, and I'm just talking for me, that whatever's for you, you don't do this on your own. That you have to have an unshakable faith, because the whole point of working out those muscles in your faith is the failures, is the disappointments, is the disillusionment. Because that way, when it comes through, you know it wasn't your ass. It was something bigger than you. But let me explain something to you. If you don't all go out and do what you need to do, I've watched people heal themselves. I've watched people change the complete trajectory of their lives because they changed their mind. And I hate to say mindset, because they have dogged that word out. But the reality is, if you believe it, you can achieve it. If you see it, you can achieve it. But there's a pattern. It comes to one thing, which is diligence and consistency and belief in oneself. You know, a lot of y'all, I tell y'all all the time, y'all got to go back and take care of that little girl and little boy that didn't get what they needed, because all you did is now you are now is a big girl and a big boy that still ain't getting what they need, still throwing tantrums, still self-sabotaging. At some point, you got to sit still with yourself. And if that means everybody got to get the heck out of your way and out of Dodge, you need to let them go, because they ain't need to be there no way. You're the one hanging on to that level of ignorance and those things that hold you down. Get rid of them bags, man. It's so much lighter without. But with that said, I just wanted to drop a word for you because it dropped in my spirit. And the reality is somebody need to hear, including me. Y'all be blessed. Miss Ward signing off as always. Solid steppers, keep stepping. Take the Titans. See you at the top. Miss Ward signing off.